Halloween is supposed to be fun, candy, costumes, laughter echoing through quiet neighborhoods. But for one man, what started as a simple night out with his little sister and nephew turned into something straight out of a nightmare. Because when a stranger dressed in all black began following them through the empty streets, he discovered that some masks hide more than just a face. And what she said next will haunt him forever. I'm 25 and my plan was just to take my little sister Mia and my nephew Jordan trick-or-treating around our neighborhood. It's something I'd promised them after missing last year's Halloween because of work. We live in a decent suburb, not exactly the kind of place you expect anything too weird to happen. But that night changed the way I see people, and safety, forever. We'd been out for a couple of hours, walking the usual streets, laughing as the kids compared candy. It was getting late, maybe around 9:30. Most porch lights were off and the air was chilly and quiet, just the crunch of leaves under our feet. We were heading back toward the car when I noticed someone standing across the street. They were dressed in all black, hooded cloak, gloves, boots, even a black mask that covered most of their face. At first, I thought it was just a costume, but something about the way they were standing didn't sit right with me. They weren't with any kids. They weren't holding a bag for candy. They were just watching. I slowed down, pretending to check my phone while keeping an eye on them. They turned their heads slightly like they knew I'd noticed. I told Mia and Jordan to stay close and we started walking faster toward the car. But I could hear footsteps behind us, steady, deliberate, and getting closer. I turned around and sure enough, the figure had crossed the street and was following about 20 feet behind. My stomach tightened. I called out, "Hey, you need something?" No answer. Just silence. That's when I reached under my jacket and rested my hand on my legally concealed firearm. I didn't want to scare my sister or nephew, so I quietly told them, "Get in the car, lock the doors." They ran ahead while I stopped in the middle of the sidewalk. The figure stopped too, just standing there under a dim streetlight. I raised my voice, "You got a reason to be following us?" That's when the person slowly pulled back the hood, revealing what looked like a woman's face behind the mask. She took it off and I could see she was maybe in her 30s, sharp eyes, hair tied back tight. She said, "Relax. I'm with the police. Undercover." I didn't lower my gun. I asked, "Then show me a badge." She didn't. Instead she said, "I'm investigating a break-in nearby. You matched the description of someone we're looking for." I laughed, but it wasn't funny. Yeah. Trick-or-treating with a 15-year-old and an 11-year-old? Doesn't sound like a burglar to me. She shrugged, still expressionless. Just doing my job. I stepped back toward the car, still watching her. "Then maybe you should tell me which department you work for." That's when her tone shifted. She smirked, tilted her head slightly and said, "If you didn't have that gun, this night would have ended a hell of a lot different for you." Those words sent a chill straight through me. It wasn't something a cop would say, it was a threat. I got into my car fast, locked the doors and started the engine. As I pulled away, headlights flicked on from down the street. 4 other people, all dressed in dark tactical gear, stepped out from the shadows. I only caught a glimpse in the rearview mirror, helmets, vests, no badges. I didn't stop driving until I was back in my apartment complex, nearly 20 minutes away. I kept checking my mirrors, half expecting a car to be tailing me. For the next couple of days I couldn't shake it off. I called the local police department to report the incident. They said they had no undercover operations in that area that night. That alone made my skin crawl. But it got worse. 3 days later I got a text from an unknown number. No message, just a photo. It was a picture of my car parked outside my apartment. It was taken from somewhere nearby, maybe a second-floor window or another parking spot. I called the police again. They filed a report but said there wasn't much they could do unless there was a direct threat or evidence of harassment. Still paranoid, I went back to the house where that woman had claimed there was a break-in. I knocked on the door and an older man answered. When I asked if there'd been a break-in or any police investigation, he looked confused and said, "No. Nothing like that's happened here in years." That was the moment it hit me. Whoever that woman was, she wasn't law enforcement. And those four figures in tactical gear, they weren't backup. To this day, I don't know what they wanted or why they targeted me. Maybe it was mistaken identity. Maybe it was something darker. But sometimes when I leave my apartment late at night, I still feel like someone's watching. And every time my phone buzzes with an unknown number, I hesitate before opening it. Because I keep wondering if that woman in black is still out there, watching, waiting, and remembering the night I pointed a gun at her. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to hit that like button. It really helps the channel grow. And if you've ever had a strange or chilling encounter like this one, share it in the comments below. I read every single one. Don't forget to subscribe for more true horror stories every week. Until next time, stay safe and keep your doors locked.